Alright, YouTube, hopefully this is the last one for the morning, and this has to deal with men, just for you ladies, this has to deal with men not respecting your standards. And it, popped up. This is another one that came to the fore last week because of the buddy, from the STI video. And then also a situation I dealt with a couple days ago. As young ladies, we are constantly told to be pure, to be as pure as we can, not to be sexually active or, intimately active or anything. You're supposed to go, if you get married, you're supposed to go to your marital relationship, pure, only known to your husband. And that kind of puritanical outlook is kind of being eroded, for better or for worse. And a lot of us, including myself, have been intimate and never been married. And so if we become married, we're not going to be known only to our husbands. And I don't want, this to come across as scolding to women. That's not. Kind of bringing that to the fore, because it seems that men think that if you have ever had sex, that you shouldn't have any boundaries. At least that's the impression that I'm getting. And not just sex with them. If you have had sex at all, it's like if you had sex and you were not married, then you should be a free fall because you're not pure. And that's something that we really have to work on, but whatever. As this relates to my good buddy, we did in fact have one encounter many years ago, and never again, because we did, as far as I can tell, we tried to date, but he would always disrespect my time. She was notorious for standing me up. I let him do it 3 times. And, just not call and not answer my phone calls. So I was like, well, that's it. That's not me. I don't stand for that shit at all. And so we just, I guess he understood, and we just remained friends. But, that dating just never became, nothing ever came of it. But earlier this year, he let me know in a sideways type of way that he was engaged to someone, which that was fine. We were friends. I really didn't have anything for him, so I was happy. And he told me that they lived. Now, first he said he lived with the girl. He showed me their new house. It was a nice house. Pictures. He didn't take me there. No disrespect, because I don't like disrespecting established, known relationships. Not to say that hasn't ever been me. I did have a wild period when I was younger, but as I have matured, I have learned to respect established relationships, so I just don't even go there. But he showed me pictures, and then it came out that they were engaged. Like I said, it was fine. But in the meantime, he's like, well, when are we going to get back together? When are we going to do this? When are we going to do that? And in the meantime of that, he told me all these escapades he went on with these different women. And I'm like, well, just like, they quick to call women who are promiscuous, this hoe, that hoe. And, don't deal with her. But here you come telling me you this woman and that woman. And then say, besides having, admitted to being engaged, then you say, well, what's up with us? Well, no, that's not attractive, guy. I'm sorry. Because I'm not trying to be a willing participant in picking up them STIs that we were just talking about. Anyway, so I just let him know, beyond the health aspect, that, I didn't think that it was fair for him to approach me talking about let's get some sex, and you didn't respect my time. Like he could have been getting it off the wall if he had done what he was supposed to do. But he didn't do that. He chose not to respect me. He chose not to respect my time. And then he turns around and does this for another woman. And women, we got that bad. Don't make me feel like shit, and turn around and show me that you're treating this woman like a queen when you say absolutely nothing was wrong with me. It's like you telling me this woman was better than me, and I'm not gonna stand by and let you make me a number two when you had the chance to make me a number one, and just accept it. It's like you want me to accept that you're just gonna be throwing me a little piece of dick, and then want me to accept that you about to take that and your money, like you paying this woman's bill, you paying for her kid that you have together, which he didn't tell me about until after I denied his several advances. You got this new baby, so you paying for this baby, you paying for this house for her. She living in this big beautiful house, and you want me to just give you some some good stuff, and accept that you're gonna be taking your little penis and your little money back to this woman and treating her like a queen. I'm supposed to be alright with that. And that's the thing. It's like you don't appreciate the fact that I have standards. You want me to just relax my standards so you can get what you want. And ladies, that's something that we gotta remember. Men, by and large, are not going to put your wants and needs above their own. They will never, ever, ever consider, well, maybe if I do this, and then do that, this might hurt this girl, so let me not do that. They will never be valiant the way that they try and tell you when they try to get in your panties. This is something I have learned the hard way, something I've learned by looking at, girlfriends and whatnot. Men, they are never as valiant as they try and make themselves seem. They don't have that valor. They just want to satisfy their penis, and they on their way. So, and then, coming up on my time limit, so let me hurry this up. My mom's boyfriend had to pick me up from work the other day, because my car situation I talked about in the Good Samaritan audio. So I was like, well, let's go get something to drink. It's been a hard week. Let's go get something to drink. And normally, I don't shop, and this is me being bougie, but I don't shop for my spirits in the hood. But, that's just the store that, him and my mom are used to. So we went to the one in the corner store. And so I'm trying to make my selection, and here comes this dude. And he's staring me up and down. When you gonna give me your number? I'm like, what numbers are you talking about? And then I really couldn't, cut into him like I wanted to, because my mom's boyfriend is right there. And, your girl can get pretty rude. I can get pretty rude, and that's what I wanted to do, because how do you think, I'm a lady, I'm a woman, I'm worth something, I'm very valuable. How do you think that is an adequate pickup line? Like, you just some pimp, and I'm just supposed to, like, oh, here you go. Here go my numbers, bro. You make sure, no. So I was like, and he was like, well, fuck it then, and I'm just like, no, first he was like, you gonna give me that bitch or what? And that's why I was like, I'm not used to guys approaching me like that. And he was like, well, fuck it then. And so he went on, he got his purse, went on about his business. So I'm still, I had to have my mom's boyfriend come. I can't see it all. So he came to help me with the purchase, and here come my man again. And so I was like, my daddy just raised me to, expect more from being approached. I was raised. And so here, my mom's boyfriend comes in, like, yeah, I'm her dad. So I'm, playing with it. So he, like, oh, I got to get past you. So anyway, we were walking out trying to get away from this clown. And I noticed when we get outside, he don't have no goddamn shoes on. He just in his socks. So I stay around, I stay in the neighborhood. I'm right there. And he was like, well, you just going to give me your number? I'm like, well, give me yours. I'll call you. So I don't think he had a number for one. So, I said, let me mess him up. So I pulled out my business card. And he looked dumbfounded. And long story short, he hasn't called me. So, standards. I don't think, a lot of them are used to women with standards. So, I got to wrap this up. I wanted to go into that further. But anyway, I want to wrap this up because I'm at time. And, ladies, tell me what you feel about being approached in an ignorant manner, or being, fellas expecting you not to have any standards, let me know. Well, fellas, let me know about, you not wanting women to have standards so you can have the sex. Let me know.